I was going to say, where, what the hell? Chris, I see it. I just saw the double play. And I had just gotten here in time. I turned on the game for the top of the ninth inning, and I saw the Phillies score 3 runs. And, I didn't get a chance to wear this jersey last night. And wow, only 2 people watching. That's a bummer. Especially when it's up, up. Is that it? Malik Baum gets it, yes. And the Phillies win 4-3. 3 runs in the top of the ninth over the Marlins. A 13-game road winning streak ties the longest in franchise history. And thank you, Christian Pache, for that 2-run homer that just got out of the park. So, this is the longest since 1976. Wow. 13 games. Now, the good thing is that they pick up a game on the Marlins, who they were behind in the National League East. So they're still on the wild card. They're actually the third wild card. But this is where we need to go on a roll. In fact, let's move this a little bit. Yeah, I still got to clean up this stuff. I don't know if you guys can hear me, right? Because what I'm doing is I'm gonna try. If you, because again, you see, I have my head cans on, and I'm listening, so and you guys can hear me. Salute to you as well. Let's see. Okay, I can hear that. I don't know if you guys can hear that sound, but I might even try to see if I do the Google Voice phone call. I'll see if I can set it for going into audio codec, and maybe the speakers on my pace. Maybe we can actually do phone calls again. Okay, because I redid this and that. There's still a lot of things I got to do. Okay, now that the game's over, I'm going to turn the volume down, so hopefully we don't get a YouTube strike. But there it is. There's the water bath. And Pache, what we got from the A's over, what was it, over the winter, and he couldn't hit, but they worked on it, and they worked on it, and they worked on it. And I got a chance to wear this. I wore this jersey today because does he not speak English? I can't hear. I guess that's an interpreter there, but he ripped it. He ripped it. And he knew it. As soon as he was going past first base, knew it was a home run. So again, the Phillies go up a game, or they get back a game on the Marlins. Yeah, no English. That's what I thought. I don't care. It's got an interpreter, whatever, man. It's there. I don't know who's here. I'm seeing PMAC. Wow, I'm the PMAC. I've heard you in forever. PMAC, good to hear from you. Chris Lentz is here, loud and clear. Good. John Leon. John, are you the only person on YouTube? Oh my God. If you can't, go over to YouTube. And by the way, unless you, Willie Wayne is on to you. Thank you, Willie Wayne. Salute to you. Yeah, Chris Lentz shared your video. Thank you there, Chris. Thrash, good to see you, brother. See, now we got a few people on YouTube. Try to go to YouTube. But I was so happy that because I took a nap, got up around 7:30, went and picked up some. You ever had the Mexican spring rolls from Chili's? They're good. And I had a taste for them. So I went out and picked those up, had some of those. Thank you there, Chris. Thank you for sharing it out. Good to see you, Thrash, as well. And I did put another show. On Roku. So guess what? We can fucking cuss tonight. Hopefully that'll get past the censors. We can do that. Because it's a Friday night, and I'm normally not here on a Friday, but I owed people a show because we had the Wednesday show I wasn't here for. So last night I did the show that was on Tuesday that I'm normally not on Tuesday. I did that last night on Roku, and it's also on tonight too. So that's what we did. So people would say, "Hey, you can actually come on the show." I know we're not normally up on a Friday, but there's the water dunk. Oh yes, they got him good. It was Stott and Marsh. Road win strings. Oh, okay. So they're actually tied with the Braves, 13 in a row. We can do this. I say we because I'm a Phillies fan. And we went to the World Series last year. I thought a year ahead of schedule. But it's not. Again, I got a chance to see them live. Chris Lentz knows this. I got a chance to see them live in Tampa. Actually, technically St. Pete, when they played the Rays. So I don't know. Let me see. Are they still playing? Because where the hell is my remote? Oh, there it is. Okay, let me see if the Rays are still playing. Let's see here, Red Sox, Cardinals, White Sox. I thought they played tonight. I thought they played the Braves tonight. You taking off day? Oh, is it on another channel maybe? Wow, Vince, good. Hey, I haven't seen Vince in forever. Good to see you, Vince. And I got an F. Yeah, it's like I said, I'm trying to go like the first half an hour. I know I said it once, and maybe it'll slide by. Why isn't the Rays and the Braves on? Is that on maybe? Is it 202? I thought it would be on. Maybe 212. No, that's a Football Live. Upcoming Blues. MLB Network. I can't believe they're not showing the Rays and the Braves. Is that on ESPN? Maybe it's on Channel 13. No, it's WWE. Oh, the Braves won 2-1. Good. Oh, sorry. No, that's not. That means that the Rays had lost 6 games in a row. The Phillies don't pick up a game on the Braves, but they do pick up a game on the Marlins, which is good. Thanks for Vince. It's a final. Okay. Game over. Willie Wayne, good to see you. Good. It's good to see you, Vince. Remember, I'm going to try to see if you want to call in. Maybe if we get, and again, I won't know until somebody gives a call to actually, God, it's been so long I forgot what my phone number is. 813-699-0833. Yeah, try that. Try that. 813-699-0834. 813-699-0834. That is the Yahoo phone, the Google Voice phone. Maybe if you can hear it, maybe I've gotten the bugs kinked out. Wow, under 2. Who won the game? The Guardians Royals game. Under 2 hours. Wow. I'm looking. There's like nothing on. There's like nothing on TV. Cap, I should be going to the Explosion Madeira. Willie Wayne, great. I'll see you there. I'll see you, Willie Wayne. You'll have to let me. I don't know what you look like, so obviously you'll have to come up to me. Vince, you go to Raider Nation Explosion. Guardians won 3-0. Thanks, Vince. There's nothing on TV. I mean, I'm looking. I ain't watching SmackDown. No, I ain't watching that. I'm not watching Dateline. I'm not watching Fire. Blue Bloods, maybe. But that's on at 10. Okay, I'll record that. I'll probably when the show is done, I'll probably go over to the Fire Stick and go and watch some things on like the Marvel Channel or the Star Trek thing. I ain't watching WNBA basketball. AEW Collision is way better than WWE. I don't. Like I said, I don't watch any of that. I don't watch any of that. I'm not. I've never been a fan. Never been a fan. I mean, for those that like it, it's fine. I just have never been a fan. Okay, let's see what's on the movie channels. Okay, Election, which is the movie with that brought Reese Witherspoon to prominence. My God, that movie is old. Edge of Tomorrow, the end of that. Unbreakable. Moneyball. Okay, watch the end of Moneyball. That's what we'll watch right now. So we got about half an hour on that channel. Is he turning? Yeah, he's in the car. He's in the car. He's talking with his daughter, and his daughter says, "Dad." I can tell by the scene. I have the volume down, so I can't hear it, but I can tell by the scene. He says, "No, I'm going to Visalia. I'm going to go hit one of the AAA guys." He goes, "Dad, turn around." This was when they were going for 20 in a row. They were playing. Was it the Mariners or no, the Royals? They were playing the Royals, and they were up like 11-0. They were up 11-0. So, yep, there he goes. Turns around. That's a nice truck. I like the roll bar. I'm not doing that with my new Rams. I got really nice things. I don't need a roll bar. But, yeah, so that's where you are in that. So he goes into the state. He's back at Oakland. It's nice to see the Coliseum, even decked out as a baseball stadium. But because that's something we can talk about as well. You know, the A's finally moving, getting out of that dump. And by the way, you little, I won't say names, but you effing female dog C word. Effing female dog C word, and she knows who she is. It is a dump. It is a dump. The Coliseum is a dump. So F you. But by the way, if you want to, I'd love to see if you can call in. You see Skinwalker Ranch show on history. I love her. Skinwalker Ranch. No. What is that? Thrash. Let's see here. I'll put this up. Skinwalker Ranch show on history. I don't mind it. Yeah, it's 11 now. It's 11-2. Coliseum may have been a dump, but it was. I get it. I get it, Vince. I understand it. I love the place. It was our home. I get it. And I understand it, but it was a dump. Aesthetically, physically. I love the crowd. I love the crowd. So I'm not upset about that, about the crowd. But when you have when your urinals and your crappers flood nasty crap, literally nasty crap, into your stadium when it rains, when you have rats that are infested in your soda lines, it's a dump. And it needed to be, and it still needs to be cleaned up. And that's no hate. That's no hate. I love the Raiders. I even like the A's. Not as my primary team, because you're watching the primary team. But it was a dump. And the politicians of Oakland, I'll say it, fuck them. There, I said it. Now it's more S. Okay, Thrash says, it's like a documentary type of show. Weird stuff happens on the ranch, like ghosts and UFO stuff, and they are scientifically investigating the place with an astrophysicist. Oh, that's cool. So Thrash, you also like the the fact that the Congress came out with the, what do you call it, EAPs, or UAPs, unexplained extraterrestrial, was it the phenomena, or unexplained aerial UAPs, aerial, whatever they're calling UFOs nowadays. I think it's UAPs. And yes, I believe in that. I do believe in that. Because there are some things, oh, excuse me, there are some things you just can't explain. There are some things you just can't explain. It's just the way it is. Could it be extraterrestrials? Possibly. I wouldn't put it past it. Oh, the guy ran that task force. Oh, that's cool. Skinwalker is a portal. The Indians knew something was up. Okay, Skinwalker was a portal. Okay, thanks, Willie Wayne. See, I learned things. And again, it's a Friday night get together. If you want to come into, like I said, if somebody would like to call, I want to see if the calls can be heard. Okay, that's what I said. If you can call, I'll put this up. Call in for audio check. I'll put this here. I haven't done my phone number in so long, I forgot. It's 813-699-0834. Okay, there it is. A very strange way of thinking, so I choose not to talk about a lot of stuff I'm into. That's fine, Thrash. Yeah, dude, we're all good. Clayton, good to hear from you. Smash the like. Thank you there, Clayton. Smash the like button, share. Thank you as well. And Clayton's over on was it on Facebook as well. I'm going to put the, like I said, call in. There was a big bulls crammed into this small steel pen. Don't know how it was done. Oh, a periodic. Okay, wait. Oh, the politicians are in fact Cooper, nitrogen, terbium, and silver. Just look at the periodic table. You get what it comes out to be. Oh, you meant copper, right? You'll get what it comes out to be. Yeah, copper. Carl Crush on YouTube has interesting videos on Skinwalker Ranch. That's cool. Let me look at the periodic. If I do, I'll have to look at. Oh my god. Maybe copper. I know nitrogen was one of the gas, terbium and silver. Whatever. How was your fourth? It was okay, Clayton. It was okay. I'm still eating leftovers. Still eating leftovers. Oh, the Grimsley that's on the mount in this movie was that Jason? Because his father was his father Ross? Yeah, his father was Ross. Ross Grimsley was on the Reds. They're in the Big Red Machine. So that was his kid Jason, if I remember right. But right now, Hatterberg is up, and this is where he 1, 2, 3 crush. Take it bottom of the ninth, crushes it to right center over the fence. A G-rated, yeah, G-rated version. G-rated version. What I think, yeah, okay. Hattie Burke, yeah. Chris Pratt actually took off after this. Chris Pratt was in this movie. He took off. Then he went to was it Farms and Rec or Yards and Rec, whatever that show was. Got a little bigger. He actually slimmed down for the role of in the Marvel movies. He slimmed down for that. I like Chris Pratt. I think he's a good, nice, good actor. In fact, he's the one that did the. He's the one that did the. You see, what was it? I'll put this back up. He's the one that did the comeback blooper for Yards. Was it Yards and Rec? Parks and Rec. That's what it was. It was like, yeah, good comeback. Well, comeback. Let me see. What's it? Kim Kardashian comeback story. Really? Yeah. Her last video, she had a lot of come on her back. That was the joke. Look at the letters of each word I put in order. Okay. Let me see what it was. Okay. I got to roll up. Okay. Cunts. You missed the U. But yeah, that's why I was. Were you saying cunts? Oh my goodness! And Carrie Walton, who definitely is a lady. Carrie, I didn't. I was only reading. I was only reading what Vince. I'm blaming Vince. Okay, we have a lady on the show. Be nice. And she's my special lady, Carrie Walton. Thank you for being here, Carrie. I still can't wait. And I say this with all my heart and due credit. I can't wait to finally meet Carrie. I've known her. Carrie, how long have I known you? Through Facebook and whatnot. Been what? Several years. Oh, I was like, what the fuck did I walk into? By the way, yeah, we can swear tonight. This is a non Roku show. A few years. Yeah, I was gonna say about 3 to 5 years. Yeah, and Vince says we were talking about Oakland politicians. That's what it was. And in that I agreed with. But going back to the point with Carrie is she's a wonderful, wonderful lady, and she can cook. She can cook. That's why I can't wait to meet her, so I can have some homemade from a fine cuisine chef. Okay, she's not just a cook. I don't know if she might be non-certified, but she's a chef. She's a cool. Though this I can't say she's a culinary expert. She's a culinary expert, and she's wonderful, and she's beautiful. So I can't wait to meet Carrie Walton. Can't wait to meet. Don't go to the Bay anymore. Unsafe. Yeah, really. Yeah, I'm not. I mean, honestly, I'm not going to San Francisco. I'm not going to San Francisco knowing what I know about San Francisco, right? I wouldn't go to Oakland for anything. I am going to go to hopefully see my friend Ed Winchell, who hopefully will be on the show tonight. But I've heard from Ed, but it's been close to a week. It's been amazing. It's been close to a week. But I am going to go up to Sacramento after the Raider Nation explosion, either with Kojo. Yep, you have I have my culinary and pastry degrees. There you go. There you go. Culinary and pastry degrees. And I tell you, before I die, what did I say? It's like I wanted a pizza. There was something else I asked for. I definitely want a pizza. I'm going to eat that tomorrow. I'm going to go to like a My Pie, which is up the street. Although I just saw a new pizza place. It's Romeo. So I might check them out. They're closer. But I know My Pie, they have really good pizzas. So I had that. But I want a pizza. Or no, a calzone. A calzone, that's what it was. It was a calzone. And I know Carrie will make it for calzone. Yes. Definitely a calzone. Lato rigot. And I know how to say it correctly. It's not ricotta. It's not ricotta. No, it's rigot. And I also like manigot. It's not manicotti. It's manigot. And a calzone has rigot cheese. And I want some mozzarella. Mozzarella. And Carrie, thank you. That's the way you say it. The cheese I want the provolone and mozzarella and rigot, right? Sauce, lots of pepperoni, some good Italian sausage, and like some mushrooms. And I know you guys are going to kill me for this. I know you're going to kill me for this. But I do like pineapple. I know that's like a travesty. I do like pineapple, like the Hawaiian pizzas. So I like, the meats and the cheeses. I like some pineapple because it gives it like a little bit sweet, right? Gives it a little bit of the sweet. And Carrie, this is why I love Carrie Walton. This is why I love Carrie Walton, because of that. She knows I don't do onions. That's why I love Carrie Walton. Carrie, I hope to see you this year so much, so I can give you a big Captain Jack, big squeezies. Big squeezies. I love Carrie Walton. And like I said, she's a beautiful lady, and she can cook. Yeah, I'll let you know. You tell me when you're coming. Your Raider fan card has been revoked for being pro pineapple. Okay, no. I like pineapple. I do. I like the Hawaiian pizza. And you know that the Hawaiian pizza was not made in Hawaii. I think it was made in the Midwest. In fact, let me check that. Where I'm going to Google it. Okay, where did Hawaiian pizza originate? Yep, see, it comes right up. Because people say in Canada, by a Greek immigrant, Sam Panopoulos. The Hawaiian pizza from a Greek guy in Canada in 1962. Sam Panopoulos. Sam, thank you. I like it. You got chicken, you got ham, you got ham and chicken and pineapple. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. Canadian bacon and pineapple pizza. Yes, sir. Thank you. You mean, well, either it's Canadian bacon or ham. I love ham, but don't tell my rabbi. My rabbi, I don't eat ham. I eat zebra. I eat some Christmas zebra, honey baked zebra. I eat the hell out of honey baked zebra. Ham? Oi, what are you, Meshuggah? No, no ham. This Jew does not eat ham, but I can eat the hell out of some zebra. Oi, Gaval. Mazel tov. Personal joke. So, who wants to come in the show tonight? I'm going to put up the. Carrie, do you got time? I'd love to actually see Carrie if she has any time. Yeah, now I'm hungry too, Willie. Wait. I'm going to put the link up. If you want to come into the show, you can have whatever you want. If you want pineapple, thank you, Carrie. Again, I love, and I got to show this again. If you want pineapple, my rabbi would kill me as well for eating pork, but I am not. V-Dub is like me, man. We can eat the hell out of some zebra. As long as you call it zebra. You're good to go. Let's put that up there. Why is it not showing? Okay. There you go. Hit the link. Hopefully, Carrie, one of these days, hopefully you can come in actually in the show. My rabbi. Oi, Gavalt. Mazel tov. Then again, I get shit for liking. Oh, I love mushrooms. That's why I said the mushrooms and the ham. I want provolone and rigot and mozzarella. Some sauce. And then you get the meats on there. Extra well, because when you put all of that in there, it's got to be cooked extra. You want to come in the show tonight? We're hanging out on a Friday. I haven't done a show this week, and I'm glad you guys can hear me. I'm gonna try again. If you want to call in, maybe I'll try Jared when like one of the. Remember Sunday, I'm not going to be here either. Sunday, I'm going to see Foreigner. Right, going to see Foreigner. Foreigner's last tour. And I just found out today that the Eagles are allegedly doing a last tour. Yes, I will. You're always on when I'm working. Ah, okay. Yeah. Hopefully it's one of these days. Can you sneak in and say hi? Like push the link and say hi and then go. I don't want to get you in trouble though. Oh, Mike Tarango on Facebook likes to think. Okay. So we can always see Carrie because Carrie's a beautiful lady. But like I said, it's Friday. The Phillies have won 13 straight road games. They're still in they're the number 3 wild card. That didn't change. They actually might be. Was it the Dodgers that they were behind? Did the Dodgers win tonight? Because if the Dodgers lost, the Phillies might be the number 2 wild card. I know the Marlins were the number 1 wild card. So I hope we get to see Aerosmith in their final. Vince, I might try to go see it. Well, the only reason why I went to going to see Foreigner is I won tickets on the radio show. Salute to you, Andrew. Good to see you, brother. Thank you for remember. Like, share. I'm doing this show. Normally, I wouldn't be doing a show on a Friday, but I felt obligated because I missed Wednesday and Thursday. Doing a show tonight, and I'm doing it. Hey, if you want to cuss, you can cuss. But I do say this. Remember, if you want great sports shirts, please, right here, go to smackapparel.com. Smackapparel.com. Use code Captain Jack. You'll get 10% off your order. 10% off your order. Smack Apparel is made here in Tampa. Great people and they'll give you 10% off because like I said, great people here in Tampa. I wish you could too, Carrie. Maybe later we can. Maybe later we can do a video call. That would be nice too. Okay. I wish I could. I know. I love you as well. It'd be great to see Carrie Walton one of these days. Andrew and I are also waiting for a premiere on another channel where people go after child predators. Ooh, that's just sick. Child predators, may they all rot in hell. May they all, and I said it. And yeah, they're that's disgusting. So I will say that's all. That's all I'm going to say. Anyway, hopefully, Carrie, I'll get a chance to see it. I'm going to see Les Claypool's Flying Frog Brigade. Les Claypool's Flying Frog Brigade? Willie Wayne, I'm sorry. I don't know who that is. I'm sorry. I don't know who that is. But hey, if you want to come into the show, we only got 3 people on here. It might be a slow night. Well, but I got quality people. I got Knock Andrew. I got Vince. I got Willie Wayne. I got my lady Carrie Walton. Gotta love that. I had on Facebook. I won't forget the Facebookers, because I know that Clayton was on here earlier. Clayton, the Bronco fan. Where'd he go? He was here. Clayton Heron. Yep. My 4th was fine. I'll show Clayton's back up. And I know PMAC was here earlier. PMAC was he was my buddy out in Oakland. We actually used to sit close together. Thrash was here. Good. I don't see Thrash again. So yeah, we've had a decent amount of people on here. But where's PMAC? I'm gonna throw PMAC up as well. Chris Lentz, obviously. Phillies won. I'm very happy the Phillies won, obviously. But and the song that comes on, "You're a loser, Dad, such a loser, Dad, da 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 da. Just enjoy the show." That's on here too. I like that. Well, let's see. Now that the movie's basically over, we need something to watch. Okay. Big Fat Greek right now. Is there anything on like the AMC channels? 12. What's 12 rounds about? What's 12 rounds about? Okay. Invasion of the Body. Is that the original or is that the one with? Yeah, Donald Sutherland's. Oh, Mode, I see you. Stand by. I'm just going through the channels here. I'm trying to find. Oh, The Natural's on. Okay. That starts in a little bit. It's not really there. Okay, I'm going to turn on that. We're going to watch The Natural after Amelia, which is about Amelia Earhart. Okay, we'll watch that. That'll be what we watch, or at least what I'm watching until the end of the show. Mode's here, so we got some other. Remember, like, share, share. Get it out. Okay, I'm going to go down and see who else is here. Again, thank you for everybody being here. The Natural, that is what's on after the end of this Amelia movie. And was it a Navy ship or a cutter? I think it was a cutter. The last known communications they had. Yeah, it was a cutter. You can tell. Natural is great. I do have MLB The Show 23 content that is uploading and should be out real soon. Okay. By the way, I got a question. I have not received my season tickets yet. Have they been put out? Have they been pushed? Because it's July. I have not gotten my season tickets yet. Have they been pushed? Because normally you have like the big, was it the box? Well, normally it's like in big boxes of stuff. So are they late? Did they not send it to me? Is there something? Should I be worried? That's what I'm worried about. Anybody that has season tickets for the Raiders, I'm I'm curious. So here we go. All right, all right. They're not okay. So anybody else got a radium in chief? I can tell by his. But did they get revoked because you liked it? No, 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 no. Yeah, pizza. No, no. But and by the way, I don't know if you guys can hear it. I don't know if you can hear it. There is a bunch of there's thunderstorms above me right now. There's thunderstorms above me right now. I'm not wishing it. I'm not wishing it. But if the power goes out, it's a possibility. I'm just letting you know that. So, and that's this is how the Amelia Earhart movie ends. They never found her body, or they thought they might have found the body on one of the islands that the Japanese controlled, but I don't think they ever um, verified that. I don't think they ever verified that. Plot twist: she is still alive. Yeah, no, Vince. I can guarantee you that Amelia Earhart is dead, unless she was picked up by an alien, went up, and you know how they do where the aliens can pick you up in time, and so it's not you can last all these years because it's like they do the warping in time. So that's the only way she could still be alive. Maybe that's the only way she could still be alive. But until we know, anyway, they're probably going to roll the. How they did the ending of the movies where you really don't have an ending. You just like roll announcements that you see the aircraft flying towards you, and then it goes into a cloud bank and disappears. And did they roll? Did they? Yeah, Amelia Earhart and Fred Noonan vanished somewhere over the Pacific on July 2nd. Oh, it's just an anniversary, July 2nd, 1937. The government mounted the largest rescue mission in history, but no evidence of the Electra, that was the plane that she was on, was found. The fate of Amelia Earhart has intrigued the world for generations. Okay, so you don't know. Okay, I'm ready, Mode. You ready? Okay, I get the thumbs up. Mode's like, shut up. I want to talk. So we're gonna bring Raider Mode in here. He's got a nice grin on his face. Raider Mode, what's going on, brother? How you doing?
Doing good, doing good. Just doing what I love as always.
Yeah, it's Officer Mode. Let me salute the Officer Mode. How you doing there, brother? What's going on, man?
Good, Captain. Good. Uh, that that sucks that you haven't gotten the season tickets yet. I haven't heard anyone mention anything about the season tickets yet, except for people that are trying to sell them.
Yeah, I mean, I know that normally you get a box of them, and I got the behind here. There's the big boxes of
Yeah,
they have nice. It's nice
yeah.
stuff that they come in, but I haven't heard anything about it yet,
Hmm.
and I'm running because it's what first end of the first week of July. It should be coming soon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Typically,
not
that's when
yeah.
everyone's doing the box reveals. Can you hear me, Captain? Technical difficulties.
Okay, we are back. We are back. As I stated, in mode. I'm sorry. It was a power out. I knew it. I knew it. So hopefully we'll have people that are still here. Phillies are playing great. Who is that? Is that Chris? Chris, good to hear from you, brother. Do you want dope professional artwork? Yeah, no. Sorry, Nusrat Akim. See, it was probably when he came in. Okay, thanks, Mode. Come back in. Hopefully, we'll get some. Was it a? I'm sure it was like a blank black screen, right? It's probably a black screen. But the timer kept going, so that's good. At least I didn't have to go all the way out. Mode can come back in. Hopefully, we'll get our viewers back. Again, that's what you get for living in Florida. But my house is paid for, so I don't want to hear anything about it because I was going to say, all you other people, oh my God, it's only 62%. Wow. This popular pizza chain with locations in Florida is losing customers. Which popular pizza chain is this? See, now they got me interested because I'm looking at pizza. Okay. Popular pizza chain. Which pop in July? 5 restaurant chains that are losing customers. Okay, which one is it? Domino's. Domino's. Oh, you need the link? Okay. Okay, let me put that up. Okay, so hopefully we'll get some people back on. Oh, it's not in. Okay. Copy. There we go. Again, sorry, folks. You can't. It's weather issues. There you go. There's the link. We got okay. Yeah, the natural's on. So at least I didn't lose that. Okay, so exit there. Yeah, so we got people here. Mode can come back in. I guess it was a black screen. We'll get some people back on. It's only six. Spencer, hey, Spencer's here. Spencer, I just had a power outage, so I'm back on. Thank God for being here. Good evening to you as well. Mode says your devices are not get your connect. There we go. Okay, we're gonna go back to Raider mode here, and again with I mean immediately. Again, what happens in Florida when the Thunder Boomers get you? Was it? I guess it was a black screen, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So such as I have no clue what the hell you were talking about because I lost all thoughts. What were you talking about? Oh, season tickets and the fact we haven't heard about it. Okay.
Yes. Because typically around this time of year is when everyone's doing the opening of the season ticket videos.
Yeah. So hopefully pretty soon.
Yeah.
Hopefully pretty soon. Now I got a question for you. The sound there's no reverb or anything like that. Good sound coming out to you.
Yes.
Okay, good. Because people were saying, that I have issues and it's normally when I go into MHRT studios when I do their Wild Wild West, and but I said one of these things I want to have when somebody calls in. I'm gonna try with the Google Voice if it's gotten better too.
Yeah.
Maybe doesn't matter, but we'll try that. You got my number. You got my you got my Google Voice number, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. When you're done, call in and we'll do a sound check to see if you don't mind. Okay. Oh, and OG's here too.
I don't mind.
Okay, cool. But OG, we just came back. We just came back after a break. OG, we're going to give Mode at least his good 5 minutes, so we'll do that. Then we'll have OG Jack Daniels join us. We'll do that as well.
Who do the Phillies have going to the All-Star game this year?
One person and it's Castellanos. And to be honest, Bryson Stott should be there. Taiwan Walker should be there. They kind of gypped Castellanos. Well, Castellanos made it, thank God. But Bryson Stott, look at his stats. Bryson
Yeah.
Stott is having a hell of a year, and Taiwan Walker, who they grabbed from the Mets, having a hell of a year. And unfortunately, they're not going. And I think that's a bunch of crap.
And there's quite a bit of Dodger players that are missing the All-Star break because of the same issue.
Okay, who's been playing good for the Dodgers? That's not a loaded question. I didn't mean it to sound like a loaded question. I don't pay attention, really.
No. To be honest, it's kind of hard for me to tell because I've been working a lot lately, so I haven't been able to keep up.
Okay, well, if Ed Winter was here,
I believe we are sending about a good 5 players.
Wow.
Most of which 3 of them are actually in the starting rotation, and then everyone else is just a reliever.
So you're sending 5 pitchers to the All-Star game?
No, not 5 pitchers, just 5 players.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, so we'll get that. Yeah, because again, I'm the Dodgers are playing okay, but I actually think the Phillies have about the same record as them.
Which I'm actually surprised because we're half a game behind the Diamondbacks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And yeah, it's going to be down right now, and then coming back from the All-Star game, we pick right back up where we left off, and we make a run for another division title.
Are you really think that's going to happen, though? I mean, looking at it, not unbiased.
No, there's that chance because we still have a really good stacked team, but at the same time, so has the rest of our division. Arizona has stacked up pretty well lately. They beat us a few times. I don't think they've beaten us in a series yet, though. San Diego stacked up pretty well.
Yeah, but San Diego is behind. It's like it's the Diamondbacks, then the Dodgers, and the Giants are up, and then San Diego's in 4th place.
Yeah, and it surprises a lot of people because San Diego stocked up so much, and they're really not doing much.
Well, the same thing with the Mets. The Mets bought all of these players, and they're playing like crap this year.
Yeah.
So it's the old thing about money doesn't always equate to wins.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you're going to talk money and wins, the Rays have probably, if not the cheapest, well, I think the A's probably have the cheapest payroll. But the Rays have one of the cheaper payrolls in baseball, and they're the second most wins in baseball behind the Braves.
Yeah, and did literally not a lot of these teams not like see what the A's attempted at doing with that whole Moneyball situation? But for Pete's sake, they made a movie about it.
Exactly. I was just watching it. Were you here when I was watching it? I watched the end of Moneyball. And I agree with Spencer. Money buys mercenaries, not a team. And you got a shout out from your uncle. So I want to make sure you saw what Oso was saying. By the way,
I saw
check out TNBC because Oso is running a charity event to get school supplies for the kids. Make sure you check that out, TNBC, and put that in.
I need to see what my mom has in her garage. That way I can send it over there.
Okay. Yeah, anything that's good. And see, there you go. And Chris Haley, who says my Reds are cheap and they're good. Yeah, the Reds. Actually, I think the Reds are. Is it the Reds are one of the?
Mhm.
Are the Reds a division leader? Because I know that but they're not the best, but they're good. And Spencer likes Moneyball as well. Maybe we get Chris Haley in here as well. We are going to be joined by OG Jack Daniel in about probably 2.5 minutes. What's your thoughts? So what are you doing on a Friday other than working?
Just working, Captain. I did my workout before work and came right to it.
Well, my workout today was walking to work. And I don't mean walk. I mean, I drove to work, walking from the parking lot to work, walking from work to the parking lot back. That was my workout. And as you can see, and I went to my doc. I will say this, and I'm very happy to say this. I went to my doctor today, my cardiologist. Very good blood work. My A1C is under 7, which is good. The sugar's a little high. It was like 145. But
keep watching that.
Yeah, I know. I mean, because I do have like my diabetes thing, and he said, "Hey, we can put you on Jardiance or Farxiga," and I'm like, "Oh yeah," because that makes you lose weight. So hopefully, I'll get a chance to talk with my regular doc, and if she agrees, then I'll be just like that. The Farxiga, I'll be like, I even know the jingles because those commercials are everywhere. It's like Farxiga, and then Jardiance is like, I know the Jardiance one. I just can't remember it right now. So hopefully,
Captain, me also and Power Radar are gonna have to try to be your bodyguards because people are gonna be running up to you when you get skinny and buff.
The bodyguards for what?
For when you're skinny and buff.
Oh yeah, boy, I can't wait. Yeah, but the only lady that's not going to pay me no mind is Vampira Raiderette. Okay, Oso's listening.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I said. Vampira Raiderette is going to pay me no mind at all. Maybe some other ones, but I say that. And let's see, is this strike 2? Yep. Strike 2. Yep. This is the scene in The Natural where what is it? Robert Redford just threw one by the whammer. Is it 1 or was it 2? Maybe it's 1. So strike 1. So I
believe it's 1.
Yeah, strike. So yeah, but it's coming in. Yep, the Reds are in first place. Thanks, Chris. And by the way, this is my buddy Chris Haley with his beautiful wife in the picture on the beach. I am going to, and it's next year, providing I'm living and breathing. Next year, I'm going to Tennessee to watch a University of Tennessee, University of Florida football game in Knoxville with my buddy Chris. Here, I'll point to it. That guy. That guy. And I can't wait to do it because that is it is strike 2. Yeah, so he's already had so I can't wait
with USC moving into the Big Ten. I'm very interested to see how they're going to do their first year. Maybe after their first year in the Big Ten, I'll probably try to plan some trips up to Michigan to catch them play against Michigan State or any of the other Big Ten teams out there.
Yeah. Chris says, you better go Vols. I will. Gators. Go Gators. That's it. That's get meat on that. But I tell you, if you get over you're going to be moving into a conference that will be good for USC as far as because people have that West Coast bias. The Pac-10 or Pac-12, nobody cares about them. No. Nobody cares about because they're out in the West Coast and the league is not as good as the Big Ten. which is actually 12. The SEC,
Yeah.
which is growing, because they don't care, because you got to have
And
a good conference.
in all honesty, one Pac-12 team that I wish would have followed us over to the Big Ten would have been Stanford or Cal. I think Stanford or Cal would do pretty decent out in the Big Ten. Can we just leave UFLA back in the Pac-12?
The UCLA team, is that what you were
Yep.
saying?
Yep.
Yeah. Now, are they going with you too?
Yes.
Was it USC?
Sadly.
Oh, so it was USC and UCLA. Well, they know
Yes.
where their you got to let them. They know where their bread is buttered. They know where their bread is buttered.
Yes, they do.
Hey, give me your best out the door on this Friday. I want to get OG in here before he falls asleep. That's an old joke. Yeah. I know he's looking at me like yeah. But I want to get him in here. Give me your best out the door, there, brother.
Shoot, I'm just hoping USC could do good in our first year in the Big Ten. I'm hoping we finish off our tenure in the Pac-12. Previously picked Pac-10 strong, and hopefully we finish off ranked and in the playoffs.
Yeah, and I agree with Spencer. It's not, these moves are not competition based. It's money, and UCLA and USC know where the money is going. And the one thing is that actually Cal and Stanford and Washington State will have a better opportunity to win a conference that nobody will care about anymore. That's true.
Yeah, but considering that Stanford is one of the smartest schools in California, I think they should drop over to the Ivy League schools.
That'd be a hell of a scheduling when you have to go from Brown, Princeton, Yale, and Harvard and fly all the way out to Stanford. Yeah, that would be a lot of.
That would be a hell of a schedule.
Yeah, Vince says he thinks Oregon and Oregon State moved to the Big 12.
I think that was talk either Oregon State, or Arizona and Arizona State.
Okay. Hey, Debbie, how you doing? She says, hi, guys. Good to see you there, Deb. New college football playoff will have an auto bid for the Pac-12. Oh, an automatic bid. We'll see. Hey, I'm gonna get you out there, Mode. Good to see you, brother. Take care of yourself. Stay safe. I know security guards. Stay safe.
You too, please. Captain.
You be well, and say hi to Uncle Oso.
Sir, yes, sir.
Get that stuff out of your garage to help his drive out. I salute you, sir.
Sir, yes, sir.
You got it. Take care, Mode.
Arr.
That's right. Arr, you bastard. There's Mode here. Let me get OG in here. Pac-12 stays, but loses a couple members, but absorbs some of the Mountain West. Yeah, people are just moving. It's the time of super conferences is where it's at. OG, how you doing, brother? Good to have you on the show as well. I wanted to have a good segue.
How you doing, old man?
I'm good, old man. What, 3 days, man? Remember, 3 days.
How you doing? How's things going?
Good. Like I said, I got back from my cardiologist today and was very happy with my blood results. I need to lose some weight, but I'm eating. I mean, at least I'm healthy, but I need to lose some weight. See, you're 6'2". So
yeah, but I need to lose weight because of the medications I'm on.
Right. But see, 6'2", you weigh less than me, and but it's also because you're taller than me. It's better placed on you because I'm not even 6 foot anymore. I used to be 6 foot. Now
I used to be 6'2". Now I'm 6'1" because of my back.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, I still need to lose some weight. I only eat one meal a day, but it is what it is. So I'm just here supporting the channel. Wanted to say hi, see how you were doing, check up on an old friend. And that was it, man. It's past my bedtime, but
And I wanted to make sure I got you on before you fell asleep too.
yeah, I'm not ready to fall asleep yet. It's weird, but I'll get to sleep in tomorrow. And then I've been doing work transition stuff, going from one job to another. I finished a job today, tomorrow, and I've been working with this other company a couple hours a day for a little over a week. And tomorrow I got to do one last little bit of training on how to download and upload leads, and then start again Monday. More money, a little bit, not much, a little bit, but
yeah. Spencer, come on in after OG.
Yeah, Spencer, I won't be long. And yeah, man, just wanted to check in on you, see how you were doing. The last time you called me and left a voicemail message, I was in the dental chair.
Yeah.
Well, I had 2 teeth that need to be extracted. They pulled one and went, "Oh, you're infected."
Yeah, they told you that you needed to go back to your what do you call it?
I gotta get antibiotics again, but I can't get them until the 26th. Take those for 10 days. I can go in August 3rd and get that last tooth yanked.
Yeah. But you said you're paid up, so at least it's a freebie.
Oh yeah, that one's a freebie. I paid for both. Otherwise, job transition and just keeping the blood pressure low, like keeping the emotions low, not getting fired up about stuff, or not getting trying to keep things at an even keel. Which
that would be very
hard for me.
Yeah, that's very hard for me because I get quite and Mode says as well, be careful. And I said the same thing. I actually need to stop work in order for me to have lower blood pressure. Now, my blood pressure is fine based upon medicine, but I get really pissed off easily because of work. And my blood pressure, even though it's lower, it's still high. The only reason why it's like it's really up here, but the meds make it down here, but it needs to be down here. So I need to stop working, or I need to
see. Mine's about driving in a car. My blood pressure gets up because people are stupid, and I have to dial back the emotions, the sports, the driving, like all this stuff, and go be calm. Because I don't want to have a stroke and leave my wife in a situation where she's gonna have to eat cat food. Like that's not not good. I gotta keep it low dial everything, be on an even keel. So like with the sports stuff, instead of getting all fired up like I used to, it's more like just watch, observe, see what we got, see what happens. And that's just where I have to be for my own health.
Yeah.
Anyway, are we on Roku?
No, you can fucking cuss tonight.
I'm not passionate enough about anything to do any cussing right now. That's why I did well last time I talked to you. Didn't cuss because I'm not fired up enough about anything.
Yeah.
It's just I want to be me, but I can't be me anymore. I gotta like downgrade that to I don't know, man, just chilling on everything, drinking, smoking, getting fired up about games, getting like I can't live like I used to live. I gotta live a different way now, and it's hard. I'm adjusting.
Yeah.
It's not hard, but it's different.
Well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to hook you up, okay? Because I know you like to cook. I know you cook Italian. So when I come up there, there's two things. Actually, there's one thing I got to do when I get up to South Carolina is I got to go to Florence and go to the last remaining Quincy Steakhouse because I used to work for Quincy Steakhouse years ago. They have the greatest steak and they have, the greatest like hot bar and the salad bar. It was wonderful. And there's only one left and it's in Florence and it's right off the 95. So I need to take a trip up 95, make sure I hit it before they close. So if I hit it like at dinner, I will be there. But I said, love Quincy Steakhouse. That's one thing I got to do. I'm going to make you cook for me. Just like Carrie was on here earlier. Okay. Carrie Walton out in California. She's going to make me a calzone. It's probably going to be my death, but it's going to be a wonderful calzone with ricotta, mozzarella, and some provolone and some other the meats and the cheeses and then Vince says I killed it, and I know you're probably going to say the same thing. I want pineapples in it because I like the taste of pineapple. It makes it. Yeah, I know. But I like the taste of pineapple in with the ham and the pepperoni. It gives it that nice little sweet kick. So I do eat pineapple. I don't care that you're
blasphemer.
No. It's me. So I'm just gonna say I want some pineapple on my calzone too.
I'm not making you a fucking calzone.
No, you don't have. You don't have.
Right.
Carrie's gonna do that.
Okay, now you got me passionate again. Pineapple does not belong in that shit. Okay. But
you can make me some. You can make me some. I want some manigot.
Nah, I'll make you a lasagna.
Okay, well, either ziti, manigot, or lasagna, and I want it good. I want a nice Daniel lasagna. Okay.
I'll make you a lasagna. I'll make you a lasagna with a sauce that's so incredible. Okay, I found a new way to make my sauce this weekend where my wife's like, "Oh my God, this can't be beat." Okay.
Okay.
I'll make a nice sauce. I'll do a good blend of meat, which is like 50-50 ground beef and Italian sausage. Okay, without the casing.
Yeah.
Okay, and make provolone and mascarpone and blend everything in with Parmesan. I'll make you a lasagna. It's gonna be a little bread pan lasagna.
Oh, I like it. Yeah. No, that'd be great.
Okay, so here's the thing: you're gonna eat half of it because then you're gonna be fucking stuffed. The next day, you'll put it in the fridge. The next day, you'll warm it up, and it'll be 10 times better because it's sat overnight.
Yeah.
And you're gonna be like, oh my god, I can't get lasagna like this anyway.
Well, they make me two. So I have the one for the one night, and then the next day, and then I have one I can freeze. The same thing.
Well, then I have to go out and buy aluminum foil bread pans.
Okay.
Because I got copper bread pans. I'm not giving those away.
No. Whatever is needed, and I will obviously because I don't.
You're gonna be in where? You said what part of South Carolina you're gonna be in?
Well, I got to go by Florence to go.
I will come to Florence. And bring you your lasagna.
But here's the thing. I'm only going to Florence because it's off the 95, so I can go to Quincy Steakhouse on my way up north. So on my way south, or one or the other, if I hit Florence too late, and I miss Quincy's, then I'll hit Florence on the way down south because it's off the 95. When I go,
I'll bring it on the way back.
Yeah.
Florence is a couple hours away from me, but I'll bring the lasagna, and you can mangiare, and then you can eat one or half of one, take the rest home.
Yep.
You get a lasagna for 2, 3, 4 days. You know what I mean?
That'd be great, man. And I tell you what, as long as the people aren't by me, because I will fart with my medicine. And the milk in there, it'll be horrible, but I will enjoy every bit of it. So just don't stay anywhere near me
No,
I'm going to enjoy it. But yeah,
no, you know what? I'll make you one of those bread pans of lasagna, and I'll make the other one a rigatoni sausage.
Okay.
And you'll eat like a god.
I will eat like a god. It's a god. I'm going to eat because my boy, my paisan, Daniel, makes me the food of the gods.
You know, it's funny. I'm half Cherokee, half Puerto Rican. And the first thing I learned to cook, because I lived in an Italian neighborhood, was this little old lady, Mrs. Nardozzi, taught me how to cook when I was a little kid. And I learned from her how to make Sicilian, but also how to make Northern Italian because her husband was Sicilian. She was Northern Italian. She knew how to cook both. And she taught me how to cook Italian food. That was the first stuff I learned. Now, don't get it wrong. Don't get it twisted. I also make Korean food, Caribbean food, like Puerto Rican and Jamaican food. I also know how to make Japanese, Chinese. Like I know how to French. I know how to cook all kinds of cuisines. Don't get it twisted. My base is Italian, but if I ever have to come down to Florida and cook Christmas dinner, Thanksgiving dinner in Jacksonville area or Tampa area, I can come down and make Puerto Rican food. It'll knock your socks off. The only reason I don't make it this time of year is I don't like turning the oven on. Okay. But a pernil, here's the thing. Andrew Zimmer and what's his name? Tony, the guy who committed suicide, no reservations. And Anthony Bourdain, they both took trips to Puerto Rico. And then that, what's her name? Yummo? I don't even remember her name. They all took trips to Puerto Rico during the Cooking Channel years and said the best pork they ever put in their mouth was Puerto Rican pernil or lechon. I can make that stuff. Old school, new school, both ways, and make it to where, like my Aunt Hilda made the best pernil I ever had. And I had to make pernil one time and bring it to the house. And she was there and she tasted it. It was like, how'd you learn to make my pernil? And I told her the new school way. And she was like, oh, wow, shit, man, that takes less time and work. Yeah. And so I showed her where to get the stuff to make it the new school, how to do it. And so that's how she makes it now. She's almost 80.
Well, hey, again, I want to thank OG Jack Daniels for being here. I got Spencer is going to come in for a Premier League update. Yeah. And always good seeing you, brother. Again, you take care of your health. I will try to take care of mine. I will try. Again, I don't drink, I don't smoke, so I'm ahead of you there. But I do enough other my food.
Well, I've been down both of those ships down.
I know. But my food is what is my downplay. You know.
Well, I promise you, after I cook for you, within 4 days, if you don't have cardiac arrest, you're good.
Okay, good. I'm good for that. I'm good for that. Hey.
All right, brother. Good talking to you. I'm dipping out. I got to go to bed. I got stuff to do tomorrow. I get to sleep in a little bit.
Yeah.
Good night, brother. Hey, everybody in the chat, we love you. Keep up the support.
Hey, thanks again, and make sure you hit up OG's channel, which is Chronicles of the Black Hole. Chronicles of the Black Hole. Go check it out with OG. And now I'm gonna turn it to. I can't call him my favorite Bronco fan anymore. I can call him my favorite male American Bronco fan because my favorite Bronco fan because I do shows with Richie Richey, but he's Canadian. So he's my favorite Canadian Bronco fan is Richie Richey. My favorite female Bronco fan is Mary Brandon because she's wonderful, Mary and a Bronco fan. So Spencer, you've been relegated, but I'm being particular. You're my favorite male Bronco fan, unless I have to differentiate you that's also a sailor. I can do that too, but we'll see how it goes. You see how I do this? I can do favorites and keep just making up favorites go. But we're going to get to Spencer, who's going to be talking about Euro soccer. How you doing, brother? What's going on the Premier League?
Well, this is the silly season time where they bring in players. First of all, that last conversation about food, I mean, my God, I had a calzone last weekend. We went on vacation, and I tell you what, I was not a fan because they had ricotta cheese in it.
No, calzone with ricotta. And now say it right. Say it the correct way. It's ricotta.
Ricotta.
No. There's no ricotta. It's not ricotta. It's ricotta. You don't eat manicotti. You eat manigot. Say it the right effing way. No, I can cuss now. Say it the right fucking way. Okay, it's not mozzarella. It's mozzarella. You got to say it with the accent. You say it like that. Okay, Mandunga, you're my favorite male Bronco fan. That's American. That's not former Navy. So there you go. See, I can differentiate.
No, I tell you what. So I actually just cooked some pork today. I did about 10 pounds on the smoker. Took about 13 hours. So I am in a food coma, and I will be going to the gym in the morning. I'm hoping actually. So I cooked 10 pounds, and not to bore you with this, but I have to get a new lawnmower tomorrow. So my dad's gonna help me pick one up. I'm gonna try to give him half of it just so I don't die from eating it. Because it's just so much. And I went to the doctor recently, and my numbers came back pretty decent myself. So I was pretty happy about that. But so yeah, let's get to the Premier League stuff. So Arsenal fans obviously are pretty happy right now. Declan Rice is.
I'm an Ars fan. I'm a big Ars. I'm a big Ars. There you go.
We're looking at bringing in Declan Rice. It was a British transfer record. They paid 105 million euros or pounds, whichever correlation, to get this player. He's a holding midfielder from West Ham. He's probably a potential future England captain as well. They're looking at a guy, Jurrien Timber from Ajax, which I don't watch Dutch football, so I don't know. I just take what I hear people say he's pretty decent. And Kai Havertz, who's a former Chelsea player. So actually, Chelsea just sold off a bunch of Todd Bowley of the Dodgers owns Chelsea, and they sold off about 3 of their key players that I guess even Pulisic moved today. I don't know if you saw the news as well.
No, I didn't hear Pulisic move. Where he go to?
He's going to Italy.
Well, Italy with the Bucks.
Yeah, so he's going to go play for AC Milan. So basically,
that's it. You go to AC Milan because they have got to be. They're either 1 or 2 in the was it? Is it not? What's the name of that league? Is it the
Serie A?
Serie A.
Yeah, so I can say that right, but I can't say the other food right? So
well, you fucking work on it, okay?
I've got it.
I can swell. It's mozzarella. It's rigot. It's manigot. It's all in how you fucking pronounce it, okay? You got to pronounce it correctly.
I have to start listening to more Italian stuff.
Yeah.
So he moved. Kai Havertz is a guy that Arsenal picked up. A lot of people, the money that they paid for him was about 65 million. Kind of a 4-year flop at Chelsea, but most players that have moved to Chelsea within the last 3 or 4 years have been a flop based on the fact that, like was said earlier, you can't buy a team.
Right.
And they were run by a Russian oligarch who was just throwing money at people. And they don't fit together, and they've played horribly. They did win a European Cup, but they've pretty much moved out 8 of the starting 11 from that team, if you believe it or not. Okay. And the other thing I want you to pay attention to, and I know it's so this is going to pivot to some college football in a minute, but the Saudi Public Investment Fund. Right. I don't know if you've heard what's going on with Live Golf.
Yeah.
So basically, the Saudis own Newcastle United. And there's also a rumor flying around now that 5% of Chelsea Football Club is owned by the Saudi Public Investment Fund, which I guess wasn't typically disclosed, I guess, when they purchased the club or when it was seized or whatever you want to say with that. So the thing that's happened now is they've been paying these massive fees of money overpaying for players to come play in Saudi. So my prediction, Newcastle hasn't. So they have this thing called financial fair play, where it's not really salary cap based, but it's also you can spend based on what you generate on revenue. So, like Man City and can spend so much, but Everton can only spend so much. I expect Newcastle to start bringing some players from Saudi on loan to kind of like backdoor deal them into Newcastle.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing I expect to happen.
Is it legal to do that, or it might be legal, but it's kind of like skirting the rules, right?
It's skirting the rules to an extent, but there's no law saying they can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
If that makes sense. And it would, but this is the thing too. So to pivot this, the European Super League was flirted about a couple years ago.
Yeah.
And then the fans rioted, which the college football fans, we had all these like UCLA and USC fans should have been like, we're not going to go play games at Rutgers. No, they were just like, hey, $80 million a year. We'll go play for them, whatever.
Right.
But the European fans basically struck over it. So it's a weird balance because there's 115 charges technically right now where Man City was moving funds. One of the accusations was that basically one of the coaches, Mancini, back in the day was collecting a salary for another club in like Qatar. So they couldn't afford him
Gutter.
The
accuser G's. I know that they like it's Qatar. No, it's gutter. It's Gotham.
I used to hear. I've heard so many different variations of it too. That's the thing.
Yeah, accuser actually. It's very it's gutter. It's Gotham.
Guitar.
Well, that's closer.
We're getting there.
You're getting there.
But basically, kind of like I don't want to say moving money around and making things happen, if that makes sense, and making fake salaries. But the problem now becomes that the British government's basically charged them. There's going to be it's probably going to be a 7-8 year investigation. Lawyers are going to tie it up in litigation. But a lot of people feel that the charges were put in place because the British government was getting ready to like look at football and be like, hey, what are you guys doing over here, and try to get their house in order. But that's the big stuff that's going on. They this is the silly season. They're getting ready to do the preseason tour for Arsenal. They're going to be in Germany next week, and then 2 weeks from now they'll be in DC. They'll be up in New York to play Man United, and then they're playing Barcelona in LA. So I don't know if any of you guys are going to go to see any of these games, but usually this time of year is when all the European clubs make their rounds. But other than that, I'm enjoying my Orioles. I see they're doing well and crushing the Yankees.
Yeah, and the fact that I couldn't believe that the fact that the Orioles are in second place in East, and you can thank my Phillies for beating the Rays 3 straight. Actually, now that the Braves beat them, they've actually lost like 3, 4, 5. I think they've lost 5 games in a row. So
here's the funny thing about it. So last Wednesday, we actually went to the AAA affiliate, or Thursday, one of those days. It was 8-0 in the 6th inning. And then the Tides, which the Orioles affiliate, scored 8 runs in the 6th and ended up winning 10-8. And even the minor league teams are fun to watch. I don't, it's fun to watch them be relevant again. They're 3.5 back looking right now at it. The Rays have lost 6 in a row, according to here.
Yeah.
And so everybody in the AL East has a winning record.
Now, let me ask a question. When did the Tide stop being a Mets franchise?
I think it was 2007. Because I've lived in Virginia where I'm at for a long time. So my dad used to take me to Tides games back in the day. I think it was 2007 was when the Norfolk Tides officially went from the Mets. And I can't even remember who the Mets went to. I think they went to Syracuse, if I'm not mistaken. But they've done so much shifting with the minor league stuff. And there's a lot of nostalgia with it. The Durham Bulls and everything. We play them constantly. The Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp is new. But we used to see the Toledo Mud Hens all the time and the Rochester Red Wings, and we just don't see them as much as we used to.
Yeah, Bulls are a Rays affiliate. I remember that as well.
Yeah, and they're really good. I mean, I look at teams like Tampa, and that's why I always wonder with baseball, and maybe this is sports in general, because there's a lot of impatience. A lot of the English fans I talk to, I try to correlate an American style to the sports, and I actually did a Desert Island Kickabout where basically this guy's, hey, pick your 3 favorite games. What would you take with you on this island? But I started talking about stuff like college football, things that have meant to me, the Super Bowl wins for the Denver Broncos and um, big moments for the Orioles. And I would have thought you would have had like horns growing out of my head. They just don't understand some of these other sports.
Mm-hmm.
And they're very emotional based. I want to say country. So when we talk sports, Cap, it's statistics driven and analytics, right? I mean, not completely overdone, but we also kind of stats give us the answer. For them, it's a lot of emotion and how they feel. So when I talk to people, a lot of stuff isn't too in depth because they don't go in depth. They fly off the emotion and everything. But yeah, I'm doing well. I haven't really streamed in a while. I streamed actually today. It was the first time in 2 weeks. I talked to my buddy over in Essex. He was talking a little bit of Arsenal stuff, and then we talked a little wrestling because a lot of those guys are into wrestling. But yeah, I see you're doing good. What are we about 60 days out before regular season games?
July, yeah, about 2 months out. About 2 months out. Yeah.
Yeah. So what games you going to this year? I haven't really.
Well, the only games that I know I'm going to that I've gotten ticket. Well, okay. I got all my season tickets for Vegas. I just got to make my flight arrangements. That's the only thing because I got the tickets and I got the hotel for Vegas. So I got all that ready. I got to get my flight. I haven't made any flight arrangements to any place other than Buffalo week 2. Okay. I was possibly going to Denver week 1, but only if my friend could have gotten a seat. And I was, like I said, the lady I was talking about, Bronco Mary Brandon, she got my ticket last year. If you remember during the Raider Bronco game last year, they had a couple screenshots of me and her sitting in the stands in the one end zone. So, because those were excellent tickets. I told her, I said, Mary, I'm not going to go out to Denver unless, I'm sitting with you or in a decent seat. And again, Unfortunately, Mary hasn't been able, and that's fine. I'm not pissed at Mary not by any stretch. I'm not mad at Mary for that. I said I would go out and see Mary for that game. I also have told Mary, I said, Mary, if you're coming to the last game of the season, I am not getting a +1 for that game. It has your name on it until you tell me otherwise. Now, Mary is a very, very good friend of mine. She has some medical issues, so she doesn't travel a lot. That's all I'm going to say. So it is Mary's ticket for the last game of the season where the Broncos go to Vegas until she says, Cap, or actually she calls me Jay. She calls me by my real name. She goes, Jay, we'll see. But so the Broncos at Vegas, the last game of the season, will be, her ticket with me unless she tells me otherwise. And again, because I love Mary to death, and she's one, like I said, Mundungus was on here, said I'm very specific. Yes, Mary is my favorite female Bronco fan. Okay, that dresses up. Actually, I also love, I can't remember what her name is. The really good-looking blonde that's built like a brick shit house. I can't remember her name. She's one of my friends too. Love her to death as well.
That description sold it right there. I'm in.
Yeah. A blonde brick shithouse Bronco fan. Yes, she's
I'm in.
Yeah. I can't remember her name though, but yeah, she's my favorite non-Mary Bronco fan. There you go. And then Mundungus is my favorite American non-Navy, because you're my favorite American Navy Bronco fan. He says that's very specific. So he's my favorite American Bronco fan, non-Navy, because he hasn't had. So I can say I have favorites, and I'm not lying, but I can differentiate to make it specific so nobody gets pissed off at me. I thought I was your favorite. No, you're my favorite. This. There's a reason why you can be specific. Anyway, go Army. See that, Mundungus, you're going to lose your stature real quick. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll go with that. But
triple option football, right?
Yeah.
Have you been to that game ever? The Army-Navy game?
I went as a kid in Philadelphia in the 70s.
Yeah.
And it was at Kennedy? Was it not JFK? It wasn't at Franklin Field. I think it was at John F. Kennedy Stadium, which actually was tore down. It was down the street from Veterans Stadium. So you had Vet Stadium, then across the street was the Spectrum, and then you had I think it was JFK Stadium was in Philly, and that's where the old Army Navy game was. Actually, they tore it down and they made the first Union Center. And I love the name. Now it's Wells Fargo Center. It doesn't have the ring as FU. When you played in Philly, you played at the first Union Center, said, hey, FU, that has ring to it. The FU Center in Philly goes together. But now it's Wells Fargo. It doesn't quite have the same zing to it. But yes, I know.
The rings don't pay the bills. It's the nice flashy names, right? I mean, it. I get you, because it's funny, because that back when the Broncos actually kind of what sold the rights to the name, right? That was a whole big conversation, because it was Mile High Stadium for a while. Right. Then it became Mile High at Invesco, Sports Authority Field. So I understand it. I'm surprised. I'm pretty sure eventually it'll be Walmart Field or something like that for us.
I'm sure it will be with the amount of money that's in on that. Walmart's definitely gonna get a prize in there somewhere. Yeah,
I'm looking forward to the season. I'm gonna get ready to shift. I know I'm doing a lot of Premier League stuff right now, and but I'm also getting ready to shift to probably start talking a little college football. I actually wanted to get your take on this, and I don't know if you're familiar with the guy Josh Pate, but he does Late Kick with Josh Pate. So he's basically a college football guy.
Okay.
He started this whole thing. I guess he's been talking to ADs and people he knows, insiders. He's got a pretty big show on 247. He thinks that the Saudis are going to get involved in college football.
Yeah, I mean, the Saudis are going to get involved in everything they can. And the reason why is this. First off, it's good money for them. Like they need more money. I know. Yeah, that's like they need another hole in the head. But what it does for the Saudis is it gives inroads into making Americans placated, okay, and a little less
abrasive.
Thank you. I was looking for the word. It makes them to kind of get off their high horse, because I'm sorry, folks, this is not racist when I say. So don't tell me I'm anti-Semitic. And by the way, anti-Semitic means for Jews and Muslims, because they're Semites. So don't tell me I'm anti-Semitic, okay? I am not anti-Islamic. I'm not. But having said that, the Saudi government is one of the most uncouth, I will say that. That way I won't get in too much trouble. They are uncouth and they're shady as fuck. And I can say that. Uncouth, shady as fuck.
But I don't think that doesn't fall under that. That's just I think it's just the government in general, right?
Yeah.
Because we're not talking about the people, we're talking about the government.
No, we're not talking about the people, we're talking about the government.
I'll tell you exactly this. When I was sitting in Bahrain a couple of years ago, there's a documentary about the Saudi government that you couldn't get on Bahraini Netflix. But if you hit your VPN to the US, you could get it. So money talks. And I disagreed that I don't think the Saudis are going to get involved in college football, only because what I meant by that is his perspective was that they were going to go to like somebody like Iowa and be like, here's $100 million. But what the heck would Saudi want to do with Iowa? To me, if the Saudis were going to get involved, it would be the NIL deals with these players.
But see, that's where they're going to get it.
But that's
how they're going to getting involved. Is they're going to be involved in an aspect of college football, whatever they can slide into.
Yeah.
So that, because again, when they went to Live and they put the pressure on the PGA Tour, and all of a sudden it's like all these guys are saying, I won't do this, I won't do this, I won't do that, because of the government, not because of the Muslim faith. It's not the Muslim faith, because the government of Saudi Arabia is, and I'm saying it, they're for shit. They're for shit. Okay. But they didn't want to get involved. But now Live Golf and the PGA are all copacetic. Why? Because the money talks, and people kind of
say,
we'll go like, yeah, okay, not so bad. It's unfortunate, but it's true. They're going to get into the world tennis tour. They're doing things with WTA. They're going to get
WWE.
There you go. They're going to get into as much sports, American sports, European sports, whatever they can get into to soften political views. And I don't talk politics on this show, American politics, but I will talk worldwide politics. Okay? They're going to do what they can in order to soften the views of mostly Western democracies about what's going on in Saudi Arabia. And hopefully I won't be shot for it, but that's the truth.
I think it's a fair assessment on that because I think his whole viewpoint, Josh's push was that they would come like save the Pac-12, for example. But I don't think, for me with the Saudis, and I say this when it comes to college football, I just don't think college football resonates with the rest of the world like the NFL does. Now, college football is the second biggest sports if you go off of TV media viewership. If you look at the top 100, it makes it in there. I think Big Ten last year, Michigan, Ohio State was about 17 million people watched. Clemson and NC State, 5 million watched. So there is a market, but I think it's a market more for football. So for my argument with him, and we actually went back and forth a little bit on Twitter or whatever, discussing it, but was that there's other things that Saudis are focused on getting their hands on first before college football. College football college football will take the money. Like if the whole argument is that the administrations want it, sure, I will buy that to the cows come home. I mean, look at the TV media deals. I did a whole video on how much the SEC and the Big Ten and the ACC are taking. And it's ridiculous when you look at it just for college athletics. I mean, we love it. I love college football. Love it to death from the South. But I just thought it was an interesting take, and I wanted to hear your take on it. And I kind of disagreed with him. There's parts I agree with him the more I talk to people about it. But it just caught me off guard this weekend because to me it looked like a college football writer who thinks college football is the most important thing in the world kind of backing up his sport. When the reality is I think NFL would be first they'd want NFL next, NBA if they could get a hold of it, NHL, like the pro sports would be their first target, and then they would trickle down to, but that was the thing too. Like he said, there's no return on investment for the Saudis. And I was like, contrary, the return on investment is image.
Yep.
You know,
and here's the other thing as well. If they get involved with college sports and the college kids that they do get involved with, where are the college kids that they get involved with? Where are they going? They're going to the pros. So they kind of got their hooks in them early, and they have inroads to get them later on as well.
And that's the thing too with college too. And I'll piggyback on this. Favorite Navy term there, right? The paper bag. So you can't, and this is the thing too, college fans will be like upset that the Saudis are involved, but almost every college institution that has an athletic department that has been successful. I can even tell you about people I worked with that were Indiana football players that got $50 handshakes. So the money has always flowed. So this whole holier than thou, we can't take Saudi money, has been kind of crooked since, college athletics has been crooked since day one.
Yeah.
And just thinking about the great sport movies you mentioned there about Moneyball, how great that one is. One of the other great movies of all time is The Program.
The Program, yes.
Yeah. It's just it's there, So, and that's the thing too. For me with college athletics, and I'm going to piggyback on what I don't like about it right now is the transfer portal. The NIL stuff I have no issue with. The transfer portal has kind of ruined college football. But that would be my caveat with the Saudis is that they would expect a kid to stay somewhere longer as opposed to because I don't know if I told you this, but I ran into a buddy of mine. He played at Carolina back in the 80s. Ricky Barden's his name. He played with LT, but late 70s. And he's got friends that are assistant coaches. And he says they're quitting assistant coaching right now because they talk to a kid a certain way and the kid hops in the portal. The kids can't be coached anymore. So I think another issue the portal is going to do is going to affect the pro game in a few years.
Yeah.
Because you can't hop in the portal in the pros. You either play on the field or get cut. So I do wonder what the portal's going to do long term for the NFL.
Well, it's free agency in the college ranks is what it amounts to.
Yeah.
It's free agency. And so as long as and the kids are going to get the kids are going to get their fill of it. It's like, oh, well, they had this guy who, and I'll talk quarterbacks right now. This guy is coming in, and I came in as well, and you're battling it out. But he knows that the coach is going to be playing the other guy, but I'm just as good as him. Actually, I'm better than him, and he's not playing me. See ya, shipmate, and they go somewhere else where they will play because they know that they're losing money. Literally losing money. Therefore, free agency via the transfer portal, that's all it is. It's free agency.
And I'll tell you right now, take Alabama, for example. They signed 2 top 200 kids. I think 2 of the top 5 quarterbacks they signed. And then they brought in, I think, Tyler Buckner from Notre Dame. There's only one person taking snaps. So somebody's probably going to transfer at. And another guy I'm going to bring up is Arch Manning. I think Quinn Ewers is going to have a good year at Texas. I'm not totally sold on Texas, but I think Quinn Ewers is going to do well. Mm-hmm. Arch Manning's another guy that if it doesn't work out, he may hit the portal.
Yeah.
Unless Quinn Ewers plays 1 year and goes to the pros. So we'll see what happens with it. It is interesting. It's definitely, I don't like it to an extent. Like the NIL stuff I'm okay with. Like I'm okay with the kids getting a little bit of money for their image. But the whole just hop in the portal whenever you want, it's really hard for me to take. But yeah, man.
It's kind of like when they finally had when the NBA stated that you had to go to school at least 1 year because there were these kids that were coming and they would ruin their college eligibility because they said, well, I'm good enough. I'm like Kobe. I'm like LeBron. Yeah. I'm like Daryl Dawkins. Okay. Or I'm like Moses Malone. Those are 4 guys right there that Kevin Garnett. Kevin Garnett. Yeah.
Yeah.
5 guys that are worthy of jumping from high school to the NBA. I'm sorry, but you got to be damn good to do that. Hell, even Carmelo Anthony did a year at Syracuse before he went. So it's ruining. And I used to love the thing about college basketball was that you would have kids that would actually stay with. That's why I love North Carolina, because the kids would go to North Carolina and Dean Smith would have them for at least 3 years. He would keep it at least through their junior year, and they would have these programs that they would be built. Even Duke, and I know that we don't have a lot of Duke fans in here as well. I love Krzyzewski. He didn't like the program. But people would play for Krzyzewski because they know that Mike Krzyzewski would be the best thing for them for a pro career. Also, Bobby Knight. Love Bobby Knight. He recently died like a year or so ago, right? If I'm not mistaken.
2020, yeah.
Yeah, it's been a while. Blessings to Bobby Knight. He was an asshole, but he was a well-meaning asshole, and he brought shit to the kids that they needed to have done. And he instilled discipline. He was an asshole, but he instilled that fiery spirit in a lot of kids.
I actually think Bobby Knight's still alive.
I thought he died like a year or so.
There's a coach that recently passed, and I can't remember. I saw the name recently, he's still alive. He's an alien. He's in bad health, but
okay, maybe that's what it was. I was hearing that Bobby Knight which reminds me, by the way, and I said the other, if you are a fan of football and of Jack Squirick in particular, if you're Raider Nation as well. And I will show the see if I can get it out. There you go. You see, if you see that is a autographed picture of the pick 6 in the Super Bowl. Jack Squirick picking off Joe Theismann and basically sealing the game for the Raiders. Jack Squirick is in very, very bad health and it was having a surgery, I think, today. So please keep Jack Squirick in your thoughts. The whole Squirick family. They are a friend of this program. So, again, blessings to Jack. Hopefully that he will do that. 17 is Reese Hoskins. He's out this year with an injury. Maybe he'll come back for the playoffs if he gets good. But, yeah, Reese Hoskins is their first baseman. And this is an old school throwback uniform because Reese, this is not a normal Phillies uniform. People say, I thought that was a Kruk I was like, no, I got my Kruk is the red Kruk jersey that I have.
So it's funny. I actually been starting to decorate my my garage ceiling with pennants. I've been buying them online, and I bought like 21 1970s. They can't be bigger than 8 inches, but I have my Orioles stuff with my base socks and my tides, and I have all that stuff with it, and it's pretty cool. I love some of the vintage stuff. Like I was just looking up when we were mentioning the gentleman you mentioned that was having the surgery, Jack. I can't remember the last name you said, but that was the 1983 Super Bowl, 38-9. I just like looking up some of the historic stuff and learning it, man. So I eat it up like a fish, man. But
well, I
yeah.
gotta show you. I gotta remind you, and maybe because I just moved it the other day. There's actually I can walk in front of my desk now because there's nothing there. It will eventually, but I have like a Brooks Robinson, a big autograph Brooks Robinson frame picture, and then I have a big autograph. It's either it was the champion World Series Orioles. I'm not sure if it was 71.
66 was one of the years, and I think 70.
Yeah, it was the 70 World Series champ Orioles, and I got a nice big frame thing from that too. So I'll have to show that. And again, I got all of these. I got so much stuff that I can't even put in my room, and it eventually I'm probably gonna have to put it on the chopping block because again I can't show it unless I put it behind me, which I might end up doing anyway.
That's the same thing with me. I've got this corner behind me, like that whole, I mean, whatever it is, it's just packed of jerseys I've bought over the years. And I've just at a stage now, we're not getting a bigger house. Where am I going to put this stuff? And I like collecting. That's why I'm almost kind of like, yeah, I could go buy the stuff today if I want to, but it's just better to wait. And there's a lot of stuff on my eBay wish list that I see of old school sports stuff, Broncos, Clemson, baseball, that I'm like, but I don't have the place to store it. And then of course she's going to get upset and I can't make mama upset. So that, how that goes. It's just,
yeah.
It'll end up I'll tell you one story. I know I don't want to bore you, but I had a Jimmy Johnson cup I bought at a Martinsville race years ago. And I went to Goodwill one day just to look around. You find stuff there every once in a while. I found some Christmas blow molds and stuff. And I saw this Jimmy Johnson cup. I was like, man, I got a cup just like that. But then I go back home and where is it? Oh, there it is. She had taken and dropped it off at Goodwill, which to be fair to her, I had never used in a long time. So I get it. But
is Jimmy Johnson 48?
He is. Now he runs that 84 car. I don't get into the NASCAR as much as I used to, Cap. Like, I fell out of it.
I think he's 40 because I have a signed 48.
Yeah.
It's like a license plate, or it's like this big. Let me get into it's like this big, and it's signed, and I know it's 48, and I think it was Jimmy Johnson, and it's over there in my autograph collection of all these little different things that I have, like for example, the guy that did Iron Man, the Marvel Comics guy. I can't remember his name, but he's the artist. I got his signature on something. Plus, I had him sign an Iron Man. I didn't take it out of the packaging, so it's got his signature on that too. So I have all of these little different autographs and whatnot. So I have I think it's 48, and I'm pretty sure it's Jimmy Johnson. I have that in my autograph collection.
Yeah, I've got a Jimmy Johnson plate, but it's signed by his crew chief, Chad Canals, which the random story about that, we went to the Hall of Fame. This, I think, was the summer before I met you. We did a big Charlotte trip where we did all the tracks and everything, and we did Carowinds and all that. And he was down there shooting this NASCAR show for Speed Channel, if you remember that. That was a long time ago. Mm-hmm. I used to love that channel. Now it's gone. But Larry McReynolds was there, Chad Canals, and then Booty Barker was there, and Chad Canals signed it for me. But yeah, I don't do much of the autograph stuff, but I'm with you, man. Like, it gets to a point where I have room space on this wall, but unfortunately I share it with a 15-year-old, and my wife's got her degrees, and we got all our crap in here. So I do want to, because I do stream in this room, so I want to put something back here to kind of represent some of the sports I like, but I just haven't gotten around to it. But yeah, definitely appreciate you letting me talk to you tonight, man. Like I said, it's been fun. I'm going to pivot to get more into the Broncos stuff. I've been checking you guys out, not as much as I'd like to, but I have seen a couple shows recently. Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Like I said,
Well, Mundungus, who's actually MHRT Network, as well as Richie Riche, they appreciate the views as well. Like I said, we had Clayton on here on Facebook. Clayton is a Broncos fan, so I brought some folks over here that actually, I guess that I didn't get the bile out of their stomach just as bad, that they were actually watching my stuff, which I appreciate. If I could bring other folks over there that are non-Raider. I mean, I love my Raider. Of course, I'm going to say I love my Raider Nation, but fans who just want to sit down and talk sports or listen up, that's what this show is about, man. That's what I enjoy doing.
And it makes you better when you talk to people that have different opinions anyway.
Yeah.
Because it allows you to see things through a different lens. Just like the Saudi conversation. I had the conversation with a buddy of mine, and then now I've had it with you. And I've broadened my view. I still stand where I stand on it, but there's different aspects of it that kind of makes sense, like the NIL and stuff like that. So, if you sit there and you live in an echo chamber, and it just never ends up well. But I'll say this much, I don't think there's nothing you could say about the Denver Broncos that's not more offensive than what I saw on the field last year. There's absolutely nothing. If we're that low on third down percentage again this year, it's going to be a long, long year. I'm looking forward to it. I have a lot of optimism. There's realism with it too. I still think Denver's an 8-9 team, maybe 9-8, but that's even 8-9's pushing it. But that's my
Denver and the Raiders are going to vie. One of them's going to be third. One of them's going to be fourth. The Raiders are going to get better this year, but maybe not in their record. This is going to be the year where they start to gel. And what I'm hoping to see is that the team will get to and start molding and melding together so that you can see a product coming through next year.
Did Jacob sign his tender?
Nope.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And Dalvin Cook hasn't been signed either, right?
Dalvin Cook's waiting on the guys that are the tags. He's waiting on the guys. Yeah, he's waiting on the guys that are on tags to sign, so he can figure out what his market's going to be. It's not going to be 10 million, but he's gonna draw up somebody for that price because he said, okay, is Jacobs gone? I don't know. Maybe Jacobs isn't gone. Maybe somebody wants Jacobs enough to offer up a trade. And is it going to be the 2-1s that people think? No. But I think the Raiders, if they want to move him, and it's a matter of if they want to move him, it's going to be a 1 and a 3, maybe.
I could see a 2 and a 3 or a package of 2s, just because the running back position is so hard at this time. You know what I mean? It's one of those positions where, like, if you give two 1s up or even just 1 up, like, they value that first round pick so much, unless it's a quarterback. They'll get first round picks up for a quarterback, even if he's average. We already did it.
Well, I was going to say, Jimmy Garoppolo was a 2 and a 3 or a 2 2s. Okay. Yeah. So he wasn't even a first rounder. And then I thought the Broncos got swindled.
I can agree with you on that.
I think they got swindled.
But the good news with the swindling is that every draft pick that was utilized within the Russell Wilson trade, there weren't any quarterbacks picked. So there's not going to be a 10-year retrospective of this could have been the Broncos quarterback. So we don't have that to kind of, but it's going to, I personally, like, I don't know how this is going to end for Russell Wilson. And it's going to be a very trying year. He's got a coach. There's going to be zero excuses from Russ. I've heard he's dropped weight. We'll see. And then of course the wide receiver room has to be healthy. I mean, Tim Patrick's going to be back this year. Marvin Mims, the guy we got, I have a lot of hope for him. I mean, I think most of his catches at Oklahoma. Now, mind you, Big 12 defense, they play a lot of soft coverage and everything.
Yeah.
And that's no knock on the Big 12. I think it's still a great conference. It's just a wide open, different type of football than you get in the SEC.
Right.
20 yards a pop for most of his catches. Is he going to get that in the NFL? No. But can he get separation? Probably.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. And, of course, P. Ryan coming in at the running back room. Hopefully Javonte Williams will be back. There's a lot to be excited for. I think and this is not to be a corny guy or anything here, but I think all the AFC West teams have a lot of optimism. You go into some years and you're like, well, yeah, we're going to be staring at such and such this year. But even then, if things go right, you could be better than what your expectation is.
Right.
So, but that's all I got tonight, Cap. Like I said, I'll probably try to catch in a couple weeks and see what's up. Maybe pop in a little earlier.
Yeah.
My schedule at work is finally. I'm not working overtime anymore. I'm actually training someone, which is good. So she's brand new to what I do, and so I don't work past 40 hours now, and I miss the money a little bit, but I don't at the same time.
Well, you see, the other thing is you got your family.
Yeah.
So you spend quality time with your family. Me, I don't even want to go there on me. I got that, but at least it's accepted. Oh, you got your show tonight? Yeah, I got my show tonight. And that's it. So it's like, I only got to answer to one person. But the rest of the people that want me to do the shows, and yeah, they're gonna see it. Plus, on the rerun. Now, granted, this one's over 2 hours, so this is not going to be rebroadcast at all. But again, this was also uncensored, so I wasn't worried about rebroadcasting it anyway because I said fuck too much. So I ain't worried about that. But it's good to have an uncensored show every now and again, so people can actually let loose and not have to worry about the standards of basically Armed Forces Radio Network, SEC regulations. Yeah. So I don't have to worry about that, but it's fun, and you can be cut loose. And of course, the people that swear too much are not on this show. Like I said, fucking JT. I can't remember. The voice of God, Vin Diesel. I mean, he lets, and he does try. He does try. He like, oh fuck, I'm sorry, Cap. But he'll say that. And then Anthony Provencio, which swears worse than I do. All these guys that had an opportunity to fucking swear, you missed your show. So you'll have to come back another time.
I operate in swear words a lot, and unfortunately, even in my business side, I still do.
Yeah.
But for some reason, when I get on these streams, I just become Mr. Clean Spencer. I mean, I drop F-bombs all the time. It just is what it is. I mean, you've been around me off here, so.
Oh, yeah.
It's but I try to be respectful of whoever's channel I'm on, even if they say, "Hey," I just it's just out of courtesy and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So even today, the guy I had on from the United Kingdom, he's pretty reserved and he likes very family friendly. But the chat room, the three guys I tagged to come in, and there's a Wild Wild West with those boys in there. So and one of them's in Norway, one of them's in England, and the other one's in New York. But it was just kind of fun. But yeah, so let's we got 60 days, enjoy it. Can't lose a game now, can we? So there's no reason to be upset.
Everybody's going to be 17-0, at least as of right now. My team is going to be 17-0. Everybody has that wish, and nobody can knock you off until that first game, because then half of the teams can't say it anymore. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, and it's the crazy thing too, because you go into the season, you're like, "Oh, stay healthy." And, the Broncos had, I think, 20-some injuries last year. It was just horrible. Couldn't stay healthy worth nothing. And, yeah. But I will say this, and I'll leave on this much. I am looking forward to the season. I don't think I'm going to actually go to any sporting events this year. I may do a Clemson game. But the problem I have is I've got 4 pets. I've got 2 dogs and 2 cats. So I've got to beg my mom to watch them, and she's 69, 70. Mm-hmm. So the problem with that is I have a German Shepherd and a Lab, and they're 100 pounds almost.
Yeah.
So, and the Lab, he just had his knees were done, so he's still recovering. So, if he wants to go when Mama has her on the leash, if he wants to go when I'm on the leash, he's going, right? So,
right.
It's kind of the bad part. So we'll see what happens this year. But I enjoy sitting on the couch watching the games and getting on these YouTube streams and talking to people. But I'm sure you got someone else waiting to go, so I'm not going to take.
No, actually, I don't, but that's fine too. I am going to. If Raider Mode is still here, we're going to try a phone call. We're going to try that Mode. If you can call in 813-699-0834. I want to see if the sound is better now that I retweak some of my audio. I'm going to cross fingers. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work anymore. But I just people. I say Jared. I don't know if you remember Jared, the guy from Pittsburgh, always called in. But now it's like, because other people couldn't hear him. So I'm going to try to tweak it so that maybe it'll be worthwhile.
I had one guy that I was talking to one time, and he was doing it kind of with no headphones, and all I could hear is myself. And I was like, man, I can't call you anymore.
Yeah.
And they wasn't really a close friend anyway, so I didn't feel any love loss with it. But it was kind of, yeah, I know what you're talking about. So, but no, I appreciate it, man. I said baseball, keep rolling. Any other big sporting events to discuss? I think we're good there.
Oh, we're good. We're good. I'd say Phillies beat the Marlins in the top of the ninth on a 2-run shot by Pache. Was it JT Realmuto poked in one? So thank God for those guys. Phillies are on at least a 4-game win streak.
Yeah.
So that's good. And 13 straight road wins. I'm really happy about that.
Did we bring up Britney Spears getting slapped by a security guard?
No.
You hear about that?
No.
Apparently, she tried to track down the guy that just went number 1 in the NBA draft, and used a video of her running after her. But the security guard, she runs up and tries to touch him on the back, and the security guard just goes whack. Didn't even look at who it was, just whacked him. Well, whacked her in the face. She was just trying to get a picture with the number 1 pick, and it turned into this like whole news story.
No, I missed that.
And if you want another good laugh, and like I said, I don't know if there's any English people in the chat, so I'll leave. I want to make a little joke about the English here, and it's really about the gentleman's game, right? Because that's what they're all about, the gentleman. Like in the Revolutionary War, we didn't line up in the field because we weren't gentlemen enough. We had to go sniping.
Right. Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
We got our country. So if you get a chance to look this up, also, this is a one last story. The cricket match that happened recently. There was a guy that I guess the guy walked away after an over, but he walked away too soon, and Australia basically threw the ball at the wicket and got him out. And it turned into this whole big deal that, it's okay with the rules, but it's not gentlemanly to do that. And the English were having a straight meltdown over it. And I was talking to my buddy about it today, and I was like, I can't give my opinion to all my English buddies because they'll lose their mind over it. But if you get a chance, look up the story about the cricket meltdown, and if you get to see the English people are just going nuts over it. And then, of course, if you want to see Britney Spears unfortunately get slapped by a security guard, there is video on the internet.
Okay.
So,
I did see the video of the July 4th fireworks.
You did get hit one more time.
Did you see that one yet? It's a couple of years old. It says it's a family out in their front lawn.
Yes.
Trying to do a fireworks display in the box. Yeah, that was beautiful.
Did anybody die though with that?
I don't think that. I think that if people would have died, they probably would. They would have taken it down. But as far as I know, just a major calamity.
The internet is savage nowadays, Cap. You're giving a lot of faith that people on the internet are going to have the common decency to not put a death video out. Some of these people are crazy out there nowadays, especially on the Twitter sphere. But the joke I was going to say is that Britney Spears did get hit one more time. So sorry,
I got the joke.
Okay, I just want to make sure it landed. So
the first time it went over my head. The second time I was like,
that's
I got
bad.
it. I got
That's
it.
Bad. But yeah, no, I did see that video. My buddy sent it to me, and it's crazy to think like, I don't know, the fireworks thing. Like I lit some off. No, I didn't light any off because in Virginia it's illegal. But I had a few left over from a trip to South Carolina, and I told my wife, I was like, hey, these are hazards still being in our garage. We have to get rid of these. So that was my excuse.
Yeah, exactly. You got to get rid of them. Get rid of them.
But no, I'm telling you, my neighborhood it sounded like Baghdad it just sounded like a war zone. And it was just people were lighting them off for about a good 2 or 3 hours, and then it stopped. But yeah, I'm going to head out. I appreciate your time. And, I'm going to give you my channel is Spencer Bronco and VA 9986. If anybody wants to follow, I do have some people that come on from England. We do talk Arsenal, and we do talk any other team also as well. So if anybody's interested, I don't think the channel name's up there, but Spencer Bronco and VA.
Yeah. Make sure you hit, like I said, especially if you're a football fan, Spencer Bronco and VA, go ahead and put it into the comments it came into my phone. I saw you hit my phone twice, but for some reason my computer didn't pick it up. So I'm going to try to see if I can put Google Voice back on my computer. Maybe I got rid of it, so I'll have to try to get that done as well.
And I'm not just a football guy, so I'll talk NFL as well and college football and stuff like that. So
Oh, yeah.
there's other stuff that I talk about too. But like I said, I appreciate your time tonight.
Always, shipmate, good hearing from you as well.
Yeah,
Say hi
good.
to mama and the kids.
I'm glad to hear you had a good bill of health too. So we both went to the doctor, and that's where moms would want us to do, right?
Exactly.
So, all right, Cap, you enjoy the rest of your night.
You take care of this, Spencer. Good hearing from you, brother.
All right, brother. Bye.
All right, that's my shipmate Spencer, the Bronco fan. Like I said, Mode. I saw it on my phone. I know you were calling on my phone for some reason, and I'll tell you what happens again. Let me see. I didn't see it go up onto my computer though. Google Voice. So let's see here. I got Google Voice up. Okay. I got it here on my computer now. Try it. I don't see any. Wow. Yeah, it showed up here. Try it one more time. Let me see if I can go to settings. Audio settings. To change this, give Google what to use. Okay, I got to give him permission. Hang on. I got to give permission. See my audio setting. Okay. There we go. Okay, okay. Okay, I get damn it. Click allow. Hang on a second, Mode. I heard you ring. Yep, allow. Okay. Hang on. Okay. Jesse, you there, brother? Okay, and I got the speakers going in on audio codec, so I'm going to ask people. And by the way, this is Spencer's channel, Holiday Lights VA, Spencer Bronco and VA. There you go. That's the way to hit. That's the way to hit up Spencer for football and football and college football and baseball and whatever the hell you want to talk about. Great guy. If you can hear, go ahead, Mode. I want you to speak again. We're going to check the connections. Hopefully this time, I know you guys can hear me. Go ahead and go do a diatribe. Just give me a couple minutes, and we'll see if people can hear you. Okay, keep talking. If you can hear Raider Mode, let me know in the comments section. Yes, keep talking. Because there is a delay. And people might not hit it up. And by the way, Jacqueline, I want to show this. Jacqueline Jones, good to see her. Thank you there, honey. We will see you out in Vegas in a little bit. Matt Marinovich was in here. I want to make sure that's good. I do have, like I said, the Google Voice in the speakers. So if you can hear, because you can hear me, right, Mode? Okay, so the microphone is there. The settings are there. Receiving calls. Okay, that's there. The audio is microphone USB. Yep, USB codec. Okay. I don't know if anybody. The ring is there. The speakers are audio codec, so that is where it should be. Hang on a second. I'm going to test that. Okay, test. Yep. Can you hear that? Can you hear that on the speakers? Did you hear the ring? Did you? Okay. Well, I heard in the ring. If you are watching the show, keep talking, Mode. I want to see if anybody can hear you. If you can hear Raider Mode, keep talking, brother. Well, I heard it in my earphones, which is okay. Nobody is putting up in the comments section if they can hear you. Maybe well, we're going to at least try. If you can hear Raider Mode, please put in the pardon me. If you can hear Raider Mode, and he was talking a lot of this time, if you can hear him, please put in the comments section that you heard him. No, Matt says nothing. Okay. Okay. Yeah, Matt says nothing. Jimmy Farrell says, I can't hear him. Okay. So I'm going to try this. Okay. Let's change audio. Okay. Let's go speakers. We're going to change audio to. Let's try Realtek. Okay. The problem is I'm going to have to put Realtek on here. Okay, go ahead, Mode. See if you can go ahead and talk, and see if people can hear you using Realtek. Go ahead. Okay, keep talking. Yeah, we're gonna try to change this so I can have people start calling in again. Jimmy Farrell, Matt Marinovich, can you hear Mode now? Can you hear Mode now? Keep talking, Mode. Keep talking. Keep talking. Keep talking. Yeah, because they can hear me. They got just say whatever the hell you want to say, because you got to keep talking or they won't hear you. Okay. Keep talking. Yep, they can't hear you through Realtek. Okay, so we're gonna try AMD. Okay, stand by. We're gonna change the audio to AMD. Okay, keep talking, and we're gonna try AMD, and we'll see if that'll work. Okay, give it. Well, the Phillies won tonight. Yeah, it's the division series. Go ahead, Mode. Keep talking. I want to hear if people can hear you on the what do I got you on? I got you on AMD. I know what AMD is on my fingers. Yeah, can you hear Mode? Jimmy Farrell, Matt Marinovich. Go ahead, Mode. Keep talking. Nope. Yeah, Jimmy Farrell says no. So apparently, like I said, the Google Voice is a non-starter. I tried every source that I had. I had every source that I had. I can hear you, but the computer can't. But the computer can't. So the problem is, and it should be through. Okay, I'm going to try to go right back to audio codec. Okay, hang on a second. Okay, I literally, when I say go, keep talking until just keep talking. Just keep talking. Keep talking. Saying Mary had a little lamb, whatever the hell you want, just keep talking. Keep going. Yep, keep going. They are in third place behind the Marlins are in second place. The Braves are in first. Keep talking, Mode. Okay. They said I hear a little. Okay, so basically I gotta put. Okay, wait a second. Okay. Oh, no wonder. Okay, go do it again. Okay, I do audio codec. Go ahead. Yeah, keep going. Keep talking. Oh, are there fights? Okay. 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 If you can hear Raider mode, let me know. I have it on codec, so I know which speakers. Keep talking mode. Jimmy Jimmy Farrell, you're my check. Go ahead. Okay. Matt Marinovich says nope. Okay. Okay. Matt Marinovich says no. So yeah, I think Google Voice. I tried fixing it. So Google Voice for sure is a no go no mo. So there you go. Hey Mo. Hey, thanks for calling in, brother. I appreciate you doing the sound check. All right, you got it, brother. Thanks again. Oh, no worries, man. We got you. Okay. That's it. That was Raider mode. I did try it because again, Jared hasn't been on the show in quite a while. I tried. But if nobody can hear, and it's supposed to be the Google Voice was supposed to be coming into the same speakers that I listened as well, so that the tracks were the same. It wasn't going through. So I tried, folks. I tried. Tell Jared. No, you got tell Jared. Jimmy Farrell, you got to find Jared and tell him he's got to fix his effing. No, I can say it. He's got to fix his fucking phone so that he can come in via audio via the link. Come in via audio via the link. Okay, folks. Again, I know that we had like a little bit of fun with the actually about the last 10 minutes. A little bit, yeah. Last 10 minutes or so was basically an audio check, which didn't work. Sorry. If you are still here, thanks again. This has been Uncensored. So we had it for all those people that like to fucking cuss and you didn't come in. Shame on you. And I even said uncensored. So we'll see it. Y'all take care. We'll see you next time. Remember, Sunday, I will not be here. I'll be at the Foreigner concert. And I will be back maybe Tuesday night. Maybe. I'll see. But definitely Wednesday night for Wild Wild West. And then Thursday, we'll have another show there. Y'all take care. Have a great, great rest. Actually, have a great, great weekend. It's Friday. Take care, everybody. We'll see you.